yeah, so certain people did not deserve access to me. Being the person that I am, I felt sorry and allowed these people to get access to me. It affected me. Some friends make it seem like they're giving you good advice, and really it's not good advice. They want to see you fail, so they would advise you to do things that they wouldn't even do themselves.
Every time I feel, can't do no different. Swear me I've written, that's why I'm trying again. Every time I feel, as God always I listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, I just wanted to say it's been a long time coming. It's been almost, what, 2 months now? And I just high, dry, left and neglected y'all, and I feel horrible about it. Like, I've been recording in between, but I just felt it was only right back. My first video back, I actually do a sit down, chit chat, get ready with me, so that way I can kind of update you guys on everything that's been going on, and then we can go back to the vlogs and regular programming like nothing happened. For the most part, I missed you guys so much. I really did, and I hope everyone is doing well. And I also want to thank all the people that actually reached out to me during my little break and sent me well wishes and actually commended me for everything that I have been doing on YouTube for the past couple of years, and just appreciating my growth and where I started from to where I am now. This is kind of why we're here right now. There's a lot of factors that has to do with why I actually took a break on YouTube. And one of those biggest factors was my mental health. I noticed myself just being very angry. That's just not like me. I'm not an angry person. That's just not who I am. Trying to get up and just record and be normal and regular, it started to put a strain on me because, like, you guys know when I'm not my 100%, y'all can tell when something's off. So it just started feeling forced up. And because recording was all that I was doing at the time, you know, I had that bad experience with that job, so I wasn't working at the time. And it was just all about YouTube. Hold on, let me lay everything out. Yeah, sorry guys, I just had to lay out everything so it's not noisy. Do this and y'all can hear me. So yeah, so in the process of everything, it started getting overwhelming because I'm like, YouTube is how I'm making the money, but at the same time I don't want to be in YouTube's face because I don't feel 100% transparent as into my emotions and sitting here and just putting up a front for y'all just so I can get a video out, just so I can produce income. Like, it just became overwhelming. You know, YouTube is something that I started to do just to do it because I was working. At that time, I was a teacher, so it was just something I did in my spare time for the fun of it, you know? And with that being said, so it's taking a toll on me, and it's also, at this point, you know, if you're not recording nothing, you're not making no money. So it all just became a tumbling effect. And with that as well, it was the fact that, you know, YouTube is changing. YouTube isn't what it is when I started out a few years ago, and I'm noticing that and accepting that, but at the same time it's like I don't want to sit here and be doing a bunch of drama-filled videos just to be accepted in this YouTube world. At a point it's like, okay, if this is my only source of income, then I gotta do what's trending. I need to do this, I need to do that. And I'm just like, no, I don't feel like doing pranks just to attract a bunch of little kids and have their support in these videos. Like, my audience is mainly females, averaging from 18 to, I believe, 45-ish. So no one wants to see a bunch of pranks and stuff. Yeah, it's easy to turn on a camera and do a bunch of pranks, 10 minutes a piece, and call it quits, but it's like, no, that's not what I started out doing. I used to include them here and there if it fit in, because, you know, the kids was younger back then when I started, so it's very easy to just fool them because kids are young, fall for anything. So yeah, so that was just that. In that way, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about this anymore. So I had to do some self-reflecting and really think about what made me start, and just thinking about where the channel started from and where it's going now. And I just had to do some self-reflecting, because then eventually it led to me not even knowing like what content to produce. I didn't know what to put up. I'm like, yeah, it's uploaded, but I don't even know what to put up. Like, I don't know what to do. And then, you know, you have a bunch of people in your ears Everyone has an opinion on what they feel is best for you and what you should do and what people want to see. And in all reality, it's like YouTube is like TV, right? You have cartoons, you have horror movies, you have series, you have reality TV shows, you have those scripted TV shows. So at the end of the day, everyone tunes in and watches what they feel like watching, right? And now with YouTube is, it falls within the same thing. You turn on the TV and you watch what you want to watch. So you go on YouTube and you find channels that you can relate to or that you enjoy watching, and you watch it. And when I started out YouTube, it's when I also started my relationships. One of my first major videos that blew up was my husband and I, and that's when I introduced y'all to him as my boyfriend. So, and for those of you who don't know, for all my new followers, I am in a long distance relationship. My husband lives in Jamaica and I live here. And that's another factor that played into this break, because I notice people love to see vlogs and videos of us together. I used to do my eyebrows and I see that it's kind of like, I should have done my eyebrows off camera because anytime I try to do something like this, I lighten with my eyebrows, but they need to be done. It's just gonna have to work for now. So anyways, yeah, we are in the long distance relationship, and a lot of people, some people don't know. Like for me, I feel like there's a certain way to ask questions, and then there's certain things that you just shouldn't say, because there was times that someone even cursed me out and called me a single baby mother. And there's no offense and no shade to anyone who actually is, but it's like, I'm not single. I'm in this situation right now, temporarily, until things get sorted out. I'm actually just here trying to raise this child with the support of my family, but you know, it's nothing like having the father actually there, and it's not like he's not there by choice, it's because of circumstances he can't be here. So it kind of gets repetitive, constantly trying to explain these things to people, and I don't want to be in a situation where I'm constantly explaining myself, trying to defend myself. It's like, no, I don't want to be that person. So I just had to fall back for a little bit, and instead of letting it get to me, it's like, I'm a Libra, and Libras is all about balance. So instead of letting it get to me, I just try to find the common ground and just understand it from other people's perspective. And on the outside looking in, and I'm just like, if it was me watching someone, yeah, maybe I would want to know, but it's like at the same time, all the videos is there. You can see me posting about being a wife and a mother all the time. So, I don't know, maybe people don't like reading things or watching things to understand. They'd rather just ask a straight out question like, hey, I need this answer, let me get this answer real quick. Fine. But I feel like there's a way to do that, which some people did. There will be comments in the videos where people be like, why do you and your husband live in 2 different countries? Trust me, it's not by choice. If we could, we would be living in the same country already a very long time now, but that's not the case. It's all a process, it's a waiting process, especially with COVID and everything. So that just is what it is. To sum that portion up, it's like, yes, I'm already dealing with the fact of being in a long distance relationship, and at the same time I also have to defend being in a long distance relationship, and that can get tiring and overwhelming sometimes, because it's like, here we go again explaining this. So one thing I actually learned throughout this break is not everything needs an explanation. People can see things that they want to see it at the end of the day, right? You can't force anyone to understand things from your perspective. You cannot force people to be as caring and sentimental to a lot of things, right? So that, it helped me emotionally and mentally recuperate myself, because that was very much needed. And then moving along to the next thing. Yeah, so certain people did not deserve access to me. Being the person that I am, I felt sorry and allowed these people to get access to me, and it affected me. Turn around, bit me in the butt, as always. Because I was spiritually, emotionally, physically happy with myself. Like, I was progressing pretty quickly, and I accepted myself, and I was happy, and I was in a happy place. And when I allowed these people to access my space, it disturbed me. And you know, certain lifestyles isn't the same. I'm married, so being married, there's only certain people that I believe I can hang with. Don't get me wrong, there is some single people that respects married people, and they know the things that they can invite you to do and the things that they can't invite you to do. And then there's some single people that envy what you have going on and try to put you in spaces and predicaments to destroy that. And I'm just gonna leave it as broad as that. Now, doing so, but at the same time trying to not be boring and be the grandma. It's like, okay, we can hang out, we can do this and that, but then when you aren't respecting those boundaries that I have as a mother, as a wife, then it starts contradicting our relationship, how we can move forward, the things that we can and cannot do. And since you can't respect that, then I cannot be around you. And it's just as simple as that. People that have accessed me, that has ill intentions for me and don't care about my well-being, and just really came around because they say, oh, hey, you're doing really well. And I don't want that, because I'm not happy with myself. So why don't I come in your space and just tear you down? So yes, I'm the oldest on my mom's side as well as my dad's side. So that guidance wasn't really there, but I was never the bad sibling where it's like, oh, you can't talk to me. You can talk to me. I've always been there, and I've always been willing to listen, but at the same time, my siblings always looked at me like my mom. And because I was so mature, I guess I would say, and they feel that I had life all figured out, they felt as though they can't talk to me about anything. So I just more so got viewed as the second mom instead of a big sister, which I can understand, but at the same time, like, I always had that open relationship with them. Like, if you're going through something, you can talk to me. Even though I didn't have that bigger sibling, my mom had me at a young age. So when I was going through stuff, my first point in contact was my mom. Like, that's who I went to. When I was going through something and needed advice, I went to my mom. And previously I had friends that, like, you talk to your mom about that? And it's like, yeah, I did talk to my mom about that. Because at the end of the day, she's grown, she's been through things. She understands, she's been our age before, so if there's anybody that can give me good advice, I believe it will be my mom. And that's why our relationship is the way that it is. But you know, the kiddies didn't look at it like that. They looked at it like, oh, you're always with mom. Like, and it's like, mommy had me young, like I'm older than all y'all. So the difference between me and y'all is me and mommy just built that foundation. So when they want to tell me something, they feel like automatically mommy's gonna know. But it's like, no, if you tell me something and you say don't tell mom, I can respect your wishes enough, because at the end of the day, it's your business, it's your privacy. But all in all, they just felt that they couldn't talk to me because talking to me is like talking to mommy. So for my sisters, I just wish that they were able to communicate better, because a lot of things that us females go through in life, it could be prevented. Some friends make it seem like they're giving you good advice, and really it's not good advice. They want to see you fail, so they would advise you to do things that they wouldn't even do themselves, just because they don't want to see you doing well. But, you know, teenagers feel like they have it all figured out, and there's nothing you can really do. But my whole purpose of mentioning this part is, as an older sibling, I find myself oftentimes a lot spending majority of my time stressing over my siblings and the decisions that they make in life. And one thing that I had to learn to accept is we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So what one person chooses to do with their 24 hours, I had to learn to accept the fact that I have no control. I can advise them and tell them what they should do with their time and how they can go about moving forward in life and everything. But at the same time, I have to also accept that when you give someone advice, it's just that advice. You can't force someone to do anything. You can't force someone to change who they are. And you cannot live your life for your siblings, your little cousins, your family. At the end of the day, everyone has to live their life for themselves, and a part of living your life, you live and you learn. No matter how much you want to prevent certain things from happening, sometimes those situations make people who they are. So with that being said, the most that I can do at this point is just pray for my siblings, for my family, for everyone around me. Continue advising them to do the things that I feel is best for them, but at the same time, I have to let them live their life. Excuse me. And I can't keep putting my life on hold in the process of stressing over and trying to make them be the best that I know that they can be. And I accept the fact that some people may not agree with that, and I'm okay with it. But for my sanity and in order for me to grow as a person, I have to learn the boundaries that needs to be set between family, friends, acquaintances. And when I'm able to do that, then I am able to flourish and really grow into who I need to be. I spend way too much time stressing over everyone's life and their decision that I don't spend enough time on myself. I'm 26, turning 27 this year, and believe it or not, I'm still learning exactly who I am. So there is no specific age or limit I would put on success or anything at all. I think everyone walks their own path at their own pace. And with that being said, there's no handbook to this. Life is all about learning. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days, but it's all a learning experience. Anytime I'm going through hard things, I never pray to God and tell him to get me out of the situation. I always pray and ask him to show me clarity, allow me to be open enough to understand and accept why I'm going through what I'm going through right now, so that when I come out of it, I came out better than how I entered it. You know, every storm has a purpose, and if you try to rush and come out of that storm, all you did was prolong it. Because every storm God puts us through, it's for a reason. So if you rush and come out of one storm, all that's gonna happen is you're gonna send another on your way until you get what he's trying to make you get. So let that be a point and tip as well. Just start praying for understanding and clarity as to why these things are happening to you, instead of just trying to get out of it. But most importantly, before the mental and the strain and the stress part of it, I was in the process of starting my own business, Curable Organic. Some of you who have Instagram know about it, but a lot of my people don't have social media. So I am sharing it with you guys that I have launched my own skincare business, and right now we have body butters, turmeric face and body scrub, we have face serum, we have turmeric and honey oat soap bar. I am going to leave the link in the description for that, as well as post it on the screen for you guys to see it right now. So make sure y'all go and support your girl, because I've been working really hard and long on this. It was a long time coming in the works, and I finally decided to just put aside that time to work on it and nurture it. Y'all were my first baby, and then I kind of neglected y'all to work on this baby. But now that she's finally produced, I mean, she's not perfect yet, because I still need to do like some photo shoots and everything to really get her where she needs to be, but it launched, and that's the most important part, and we will work on everything else in between. But the beauty of this whole thing is I was able to land a 9 to 5, but it's not a 9 to 5, luckily. It's Monday through Friday, 7 to 4. So it falls back like how my teaching schedule used to be when I first started YouTube. So it's bearable. I'm able to manage it all. And on the bright side, it's a work from home job. It's not the best job, let me tell you, because it'd be some days. It'd be some days, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. One thing I noticed that no job is gonna be perfect. No job is gonna be perfect, especially when you're working for somebody, but sometimes you just gotta be thankful and push forward. And that I am thankful. I can definitely say I am very thankful to have it, and the hours is not bad, and working from home, it's even better. So we have that. So I'm balancing all of this stuff at once while also trying to be a mom. So as y'all can see, I'm probably wearing this hairstyle and some braids up. And I colored my hair, y'all. I'm a redhead now. I mean, black is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but I just need something different in my life. And I was in the process of coloring it or cutting it all off. So I ended up coloring it, and I actually fell in love with it so much. I get so sidetracked though. What was I talking about before this? As well as taking a mental break from YouTube, as well as launching my own business. Not being solely dependent on YouTube and actually landing a steady income. Because you know, as being an entrepreneur, sometimes you have high days and you have low days. And I think that took effect on a lot, because I started looking at it as, dang, we're really not making no money right now. Like, is this really for me? But then I would get all these encouraging words from y'all, and it's like, I hate y'all words, I hate what y'all are saying. And I understand, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I'm out here struggling. On the bright side, I'm still at home with my mom, and she's very helpful. But you know, being an adult and being a certain age, you have your own. Like, it's good to have your own and not be so dependent on anything. For me, I'm not in a rush to move out for nobody just to be like, oh, I got my own keys, I got my own house. Child, I'm enjoying and I'm thankful in the fact that I'm still at home, because I'm able to do things and line things up instead of struggling and being flat on my face. And this, I'm not throwing no shade to anyone. I'm just saying, as far as for me, because people love to throw words like, you're such and such age, you're married with a kid, you're still at home when you're moving out, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. At the end of the day, everyone live how they want to live. And I have a lot of people that would love to still be at home if they were able to, so they just don't have that relationship. Anyways, that's going off the topic. So what I wanted to say was, when I launched the business, I didn't put expectations on it. I didn't know how it was going to go. I just know that I poured my all into these products and really worked with it to make sure that it turns out to be the best that it can be. I didn't expect anyone to support it. I didn't put no obligations like, oh, you're my friend, or oh, you're my family, you have to support it. No, this time I just let things flow. Launch day, within the first 5 minutes of launching it, 4 orders that came through, and I'm working during this time, so I'm just watching it blow up. And it was a decent amount of orders. And say I wasn't working and solely just dependent on it, I probably would have been more harsh on myself and wouldn't have been able to enjoy the moment. You know, like, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit of the things that we have going on and the things that we're doing, because we're so caught up in where we want to go in life and where we want to be. So I was just thankful, because I'm like, being that I'm able to have this steady income coming in on the side, me starting my business or me on YouTube, I'm able to go at a steady flow and not try to stay in what's trending just to make a quick dollar. I'm able to just really allow it to flow and grow. Because a lot of people didn't understand that. Because even my mom, she's like, you don't have to work. Like, you don't have to work. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Just push and do this. And I am so thankful and grateful to have a mom like her in my life. But at the same time, it's like, I want to be able to pull my weight and support in the house as well. And do things, able to take her out, able to do things and not just be stuck focusing on, damn, when is this going to take off? When is it going to take off? I need it to take off already. I was able to appreciate every step of the business. It launched May 7th. So going on 3 weeks now, and I was able to be thankful for every order. I was able to be grateful and appreciate the process of it growing. And I'm so happy for that, because I feel like if I wasn't making that money from my steady job, I feel like I wouldn't have appreciated the growth of the business and the people that supported me. I am solely able to say that I appreciate those that supported the business, and I appreciate the progress that the business is making, because it's doing decent for a business that just started out. I'm just thankful for that, and I think everything is just working out as it should. When I started the year off, I was maturing for this New Year's. So I started the year out. We sat down. Well, I had made my goals because I think I was up late. I had made my goals, and then I just gave him a sheet of paper and told him to write his goals down. And then we swapped and we looked at the goals. And I must say, with all in all that's been going on, I've actually been able to start checking off stuff off of my list. And he has been able to do so as well, which I'm so happy about because it's just all flowing the way it should be. Like, sometimes things may look rocky, and that's okay. And I feel like that's just all a part of the process. This whole break just had me to understand that sometimes things are not going to look clear. There's no handbook, there's no right direction to go to get the answers that you want at all. Like, it's, I don't know, I guess that's what makes life so valuable. You can be here today and gone tomorrow. So while you're here, the best thing to do is just live it to the best of your capacity, right? Do everything your heart desires. So at least when it's your time, you know that you did all that you could do. And you lived it to the best of your capacity. And I'm just happy. Okay? I'm happy to be back. I missed y'all. I hope y'all missed me as much as I missed y'all. Cherish. Ooh, child. Wait till y'all see Cherish. Little Cherish, not so little no more. She is a busybody. She gets a life of the party. God knew what he was doing when he sent me her, because I'm all quiet and reserved and just, ooh, not Cherish. Not Cherish. I'm gonna insert some video clips for y'all to see of her while I wait for the first vlog to drop. And I just want to thank everyone for rocking with me all this time, being with me. I do appreciate y'all, I really do. And if it wasn't for some of y'all motivational speeches and support and comments, I would have stopped and gave up a long time ago. But I have faith in this channel. I do. We've been through a lot, guys. Y'all basically watch me grow up. Because I started around, what, 20, 21? So, y'all done watch me go from single life to married with a whole kid. Y'all done witnessed it all. Y'all witnessed it. Me and Mommy officially signed up for the gym yesterday, so that's another thing. I was kind of debating about it because I'm like, dang, I don't want to spend all that money going to the gym. But I feel like it'll be good instead of just, because the second option was to buy the equipment and do it in the house, but I'm like, working from home already, always in the house, I barely go anywhere anyways. So I'm like, that'll be something good for us to just get out of the house and be able to do things. So we signed up for that, so we definitely are going to be doing all that. And thank y'all guys again. But I'm back, guys. We're not going to start off with a schedule right now. Just know I'm a weekly upload for you guys back again. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. Comment down below how y'all doing, how y'all been, which parts of this video y'all can relate to. I think for all my years on YouTube, this was probably the most transparent video that I've ever done. I let you guys in a little bit deeper. Let's interact and really, you know, continue growing together, growing together, and all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.